Hello to everyone and welcome back to KET Academy. So in today's video we are simply going to be looking at the chemistry June 2020 paper 1, which is for the ordinary levels or the intermediate levels. So this is actually the Cameroon GCE. So we are going to be looking at the MCQ part of the questions. Now the first question says a uniform mixture of a solid and a solvent is called. So here, if you look at it, I've highlighted the most important terms. So we look at these terms, we see a solid and a solvent. What is a solid? When we look at a solid, generally speaking, solids are usually solids. For example, a solid can be sodium chloride, our normal kitchen salt. So a solid is simply a substance which dissolves in a solvent. So I've already mentioned an example, which is sodium chloride. You can get any other salt. Now, for a solvent, when we talk of a solvent is simply a substance, usually liquid, in which a solid is being dissolved into. So clearly you see here that a solvent can be something like water, ethanol, methanol, but we have to have in mind that it should be a liquid. Now, if you know your normal definition for a solution, right from primary school, we see that a solution is a uniform mixture of a solid and a solvent. So automatically, if you are answering the MCQ questions and you read this particular question, you're already having in mind that the possible answer may be a solution. So let's look at our answers and see what it proposes to us. So the first case, an aqueous solution. Definitely that's not the answer. An aqueous solution is simply a solution which is dissolved in water or which is in the aqueous state. A standard solution. Nope, it is not a standard solution. We know that a standard solution is a solution whose concentration is known. And now a solution, obviously our answer here is C. Now for saturated solution is obviously not the answer. Now our answer here is C. That's our answer. Now the second part of the equation, which of the following element is stored under paraffin oil? Now in order to answer this question very well, you have to have it in mind that all group 1 elements, let me not say all, but majority of the group 1 elements are stored under paraffin oil, kerosene or paraffin wax. The reason being that they are extremely reactive. Extremely reactive here means that they can easily react with air or water. So they are stored under these inert substances so that they can prevent them from direct contact. So the catch here is that you need to go straight to your answers and look for any group 1 element, and that will be your answer. Now looking at our proposed answers, we see phosphorus. Nope, phosphorus is not the answer because phosphorus is actually a group 5 element. Potassium, obviously that's our answer because potassium is a group 1 element. Aluminium, nope, it's not aluminium. And zinc is just a transition metal. So our answer in this case is B. Now question 3. What name is given to the reaction that occurs between hydrochloric acid and potassium hydroxide when they react, when hydrochloric acid and potassium hydroxide react? Now if we look at this very well, we see that hydrochloric acid is a strong acid and potassium hydroxide is a strong base. So normally a reaction between a strong acid and a strong base is usually a neutralization reaction. So let's look at our proposed answers. The first one, neutralization reaction. So obviously that will be our proposed answer. That will be the solution in neutralization reaction. Now when we talk of addition reaction, from the name addition, we can already have an idea of what addition reaction gives us. We see that an addition reaction is simply a reaction in which two compounds or elements combine to form a bigger compound or bigger element. So a displacement reaction is simply, from the name we can actually know what the reaction tells us. It's usually a reaction in which when one element or when one compound react with another, it removes one of that, it replaces or it displaces, removes the position of that element and replaces it with. So a decomposition reaction, we know that it's a breakdown reaction. From there you can have an idea of cracking. So when you crack, you are actually decomposing that reaction. So the answer there is A. Now for question 4, which of the following pairs constitute a major cause of acid rain? So here our solution, the answer is simply nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. I think that's it. Nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. So the next question, identify the hydrocarbon which will rapidly decolorize bromine water when it is bubbled through it. Now let's look at our answers. I'm going to show you guys a little trick here, a small trick, in that whenever MCQs are given to you and there is one odd answer, obviously that answer might actually be the correct answer. Now if you look at this, the options A, B and C, A, B, C and D, we see that they are all saturated alkenes except B. B is an unsaturated alkene. It's an unsaturated hydrocarbon, which is an alkene, because an alkene is an example of an unsaturated alkane. Now just from looking at the answers, I can obviously, or I can just automatically know that the answer is B, because we see ethane is an alkane, butane is an alkane, propane is an alkane, but now propene is an alkene. So obviously the answer there should be B. The idea is that all unsaturated hydrocarbons decolorize bromine water when they are bubbled through it. All unsaturated hydrocarbons. So in the case of B, if we saw butane, obviously that will be the answer. So question 6, which of the following will not occur? So for this reaction here, now we'll talk of displacement reactions, and we know from our reactivity series. So the answer here clearly is C. The reason being that iodine cannot display bromine, because normally bromine is found higher in the activity series. So instead it's bromine that can display iodine. So the answer there is C. So our answer there is C. That's our answer, and here our answer is B. So if we move forward, we go to question 7. Identify an enzyme that catalyzes the conversion of glucose to ethanol. So normally, let's look at our solutions first of all. The first one is zymase. So that is actually the enzyme. So here our answer is A. But we're going to talk a bit more on the other enzymes. This enzyme is going to convert glucose to ethanol. But now let's look at diastase. Now diastase helps in the catalysis of starch to maltose. So obviously it's not the answer. Now maltase, it converts carbohydrate to glucose, while invertase is just, it converts sucrose into fructose and glucose. So our answer there should simply be A. Now question 8, it says calculate the percentage by mass of water of crystallization in hydrated copper 2 sulfate. So that is our formula, and they have made our life easy by giving us what we are, the relative molecular mass of the compound. So we know that to get the percentage by mass of water of crystallization, we're going to get, the formula simply is the mass of the water of crystallization, that is the relative molecular mass of the water of crystallization, divided by the relative molecular mass of the compound times 100%, times 100. So we know that the relative molecular mass of water is 18. So since it is having 5, we are going to have 5 times 18. So divided by 250 now times 100. So we see that our 0 here is going to cancel this. 5 can go here 2 times, 5 can go to 25 5 times. So we see normally that this 5 is going to go away with this 5, will be left with 18 times 2, and 18 times 2 is 36. So 36.0%. That is our answer. Now let's look at our options. So obviously our solution here, our solution is D. So that's our solution. Now question 9. Question 9. Equilibrium is said to be attained when. Now the first answer, when products are being formed rapidly, the forward and the backward reactions are taking place at the same time, when the rate of the forward reaction and the backward reactions are the same, when the reactions is being used up at the same time. So there's slightly small mistake here. I use up at, so there's not this there, this is not there. I use at the same time. Now the answer here clearly is C, because when the rate of the forward reaction and the backward reactions are the same, in that case the reaction is in equilibrium. And usually equilibrium reactions are, let's say a reaction A plus B, usually they are represented with double arrows to give us C plus D. So this will indicate that at this same reaction, in this same reaction, A plus B is reacting to give C plus D, and at the same time C plus D is reacting to give A plus B. So this is an example of an equilibrium reaction. Now looking at the last question, I have determined the oxidation state of iron to oxide. Now the formula has been given to us, so we simply use it. So we have iron to oxide. Now to get the oxidation state of an element, we are going to say let the oxidation state of iron be X. So we are going to have 2X now plus. Now we are going to look for the oxidation state of oxygen. We know that oxygen, let's take a look at this. Oxygen is the electronic configuration of oxygen is 2:6. We see that oxygen needs 2 electrons to be stable, right? So normally if it is in a stable state, it means it's going to gain 2 electrons, and once it gains 2 electrons, it's going to have an excess of protons, that is plus 2 protons. So normally we see that since there are 3 molecules of it, we are going to have plus 2 here, plus 2. Now since this is a neutral compound, the overall oxidation state is 0. So from there, I think if we simplify our answer, we are going to get we're going to get 2x plus 6 equal to 0, and x will simply be minus 3. So that is the oxidation state of iron. Now looking at our answers, we're going to get minus 3, so obviously the answer is C. Now that's our answers. That's our answer. Okay, I think that is it for this video. And if my video was helpful to you in any way, I would like you to show your appreciation by simply liking the video. And if you want the part 2 of the video, simply put in the comment section. You can write anything, you can write something like you're interested in the part 2 of the video. So the more people put in the comment section, the more likes I get and the more comments I get, I'm going to produce the part 2 of the video, because normally this is a 5-part video, because I've separated the questions into 10 questions. That is, each video is made up of 10 questions. So please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, KET Academy is dedicated in helping GC students, and not only GC students, but even at the level of concours, of uploading videos that will help you in your various concours, such as the public works, polytechnic, and medicine concours, both in chemistry, biology, maths, F maths, you can name the others. So If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you feel free to subscribe and like the video to support me. You put in the comment section, as I said earlier. And my name is Kinlo Ephraim Tangiri, and if you like to contact me directly, my WhatsApp number is 679-563-542. And if you like to get my Gmail, let me just put my number 679-563-542. So this is my WhatsApp number. You can actually ask a question directly from there, but I'll prefer you ask the question in the comment section. So that is it for the video, and thanks for watching.